Dean's in Wisbech in Cambridgeshire. Dean, what would you like to say?
Hi, James.
Hello, Dean. How are you?
I'm fine, yeah. I moved to France just before the referendum, sold my house in the UK, bought a lovely place in France, and then the referendum happened. I wasn't allowed to vote in the referendum because I've never been registered to vote, and I've been out of the country for too many years.
Okay.
Consequently, my partner's Hungarian, and we've got a daughter that was born in France as well.
Right.
And consequently, I've had to sell the house and moved back to the UK in March 2020, right in the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah. So you couldn't get residency in France?
Well, at the time, our prefecture wasn't taking applications for the carte de séjour, which is a French residence scheme.
Yes.
Some weren't. Some people were actually getting deported.
Crikey.
At
least they weren't being sent to Rwanda, eh? Small mercies.
Yeah. But I wouldn't have been eligible under the minimum income requirements plus the health care. I'd have to pay for the health care every month, so I wouldn't have made it. We weren't earning a lot of money.
Okay.
I got a small business importing parts from India and selling them around the world.
Yeah.
Prior to when I was living in the UK before, 35% of my sales were to EU countries.
Right.
Since I've moved back from France, there's nothing. And in fact, I've stopped even.
It's not worth your time, is it? If you're bringing it into this country and that from somewhere else, and then sending it into the European Union, that's the worst.
Well, exactly.
That's the worst sector to be in.
Import duty
that's
as well,
right, yeah.
and then I can't get rules of origin certificates from the small companies I use in India either. So it's affected my business. I've basically lost my home and been forced to. I had to buy the first house I could. Made 11 van journeys from the south of France to the UK during the pandemic.
Right.
I had to get my dog out of France before the pet passport scheme left. We had to sell our house in a hurry. I had to get my girlfriend in before the gates closed so she could apply for settled status.
Yeah.
Because we'd have been in a position where, because she's an EU citizen and her daughter was born in France, but under French law she can't have a British passport till she's 18.
Is that right?
She would have. I'm not sure what her legal status would have been, but I wouldn't have been allowed to live. Anyway, it's all been a horrible
mess. And these are all new
and
problems. These are all problems that are a direct consequence of leaving the European Union, every single one of them.
Every single one of them, yeah.
So what do you make of it all? Because you're in Brexit country there in East Anglia, aren't you? If you say to people, why did you vote for it, what do they say to you?
They go really, really quiet. People just don't let on whether they voted or not.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
It's incredible, isn't it? And what was supposed to happen? Well, fewer foreigners, fewer people like your girlfriend living here. They're not going to say that to your face, are they?
Well, no. I mean, all my family voted for Brexit.
Yeah.
My dad voted. They all did. My dad's best mate, his business partner, voted for Brexit, and I did ask him. I said, "Why are you voting for Brexit?" He says, "To stop the Muslims from coming over." And I said to him, "I don't think there's any Muslim countries in the EU," but and he just laughed. It's just been horrendous. I've fallen out with my family.
I'm not surprised.
I haven't really spoken to my brother for 2 or 3 years. He's full on Nigel Farage, Brexit, Donald Trump.
Even as he knows what you've been through.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
They all voted for it.
No, I get that, but I can see how people voted for it. But once they've seen what it's done to you, you'd think that they might have had second thoughts. Unless they never liked you, Dean. Maybe a brother.
Could be something to that. Yeah.
But that's what I mean. You'd think once they've seen the consequences, it's not like they're married to it. They could say, "Oh, well, sorry. I'm so sorry, Dean. I don't know quite what happened to me. I blame that Nigel fella. It's all his fault." But they've seen what's happened to you and your family, and they're still...
Well, yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's just sad,
isn't it? It is crazy, yeah. That's what I wanted to say.
No,
anyway.
I hear it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Horrible effect.
Yeah, well, you're a real person living in the real world, in the real 21st century, and I guess some of your family members are inhabiting none of those universes at the moment.